Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry Paper 22, Extended MCQs, November 2022, question 21. Strontium displaces magnesium from molten magnesium chloride. Bromine displaces iodine from aqueous potassium iodide. Which row describes the change in reactivity down both group 2 and group 7 of the periodic table? So reactivity down the group should be for group 2, the reactivity should increase. So this eliminates options A and B. Now we will continue with option C and D. And from group 7, the reactivity down the group should decrease. So this eliminates option D, making option C the correct option for this question. We need to remember for groups 1 and 2, the reactivity down the group increases. And for group 7, the halogens, the reactivity down the group decreases. Question 22. Elements J and K are in the same period in the periodic table. J reacts with acids producing a salt and hydrogen, so J is a metal. And K reacts with sodium to form an ionic compound, so K is a non-metal. Which statement about J and K is correct? An atom of J has more electrons than an atom of K. No, if they are in the same period, then K would have more electrons than J because K is found on the right side of the periodic table. J and K are both metals. No, we have already figured it out. J is a metal, K is a non-metal. J and K are both non-metals. Incorrect again. J is to the left of K in the periodic table. Yes, metals are found on the left of the periodic table. Non-metals are found on the right side of the periodic table. So this makes option D the correct option for this question. Question 23. Part of the periodic table is shown. Which element has a high density, a high melting point, and forms a brown oxide? So should have a high density, should have a high melting point. Both are properties of transition elements and should form a colored compound. So also a property of transition elements. So the transition elements are found in the D block of the periodic table, making option B the correct option for this question. Question 24. The reaction of four metals W, X, Y, and Z are listed. Metal W displaces metal X from the oxide of metal X. So W is more reactive than X. Metal Y has a greater tendency to form positive ions in metal W. Y is more reactive than W. Aqueous ions of metal Z are reduced by metal X. That means X is more reactive than Z. Okay, so W, X, Y, Z. We have this figured out. If Z is less reactive than X, which is less reactive than W, which is less reactive than Y, so we have figured out the reactivity. Most reactive element being Y and less reactive element being Z. So what is the order of reactivity of metals? The least reactive metal would be Z, eliminating options A and B. Next would be X, eliminating option C. Next would be W, and the most reactive metal would be Y, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 25. Three experiments, J, K, and L, are set up to investigate rusting. In J, we've got mild steel in water. In K, we've got painted iron in water. And in L, we've got stainless steel in water. In which experiment does rusting occur? Mild steel is basically contains iron with some carbon. So if iron is present, then this would rust. So rusting would be seen in J. This would eliminate options A and B. Then in K, we've got painted iron. Painted iron will not result in the iron rusting. So this is true for both the options. And with stainless steel does not rust at all. So there would be no rusting in L, which eliminates option D, making C the correct option for this question. Question 26. Silver is below copper in the reactivity series. Which row describes the reactions of silver. So reaction with steam, silver will not react with steam. This eliminates options C and D. This is because silver is less reactive than hydrogen. And reaction with dilute hydrochloric acid, silver will not react with dilute hydrochloric acid, eliminating option B, making option A the correct option for this question. Question 27. Iron is galvanized by coating it in zinc. Brass is made of mixing copper and zinc. Which row gives the reasons for each of these uses of zinc? Reason for galvanizing iron, it prevents corrosion or it produces a harder metal. No, it prevents corrosion. This eliminates options C and D. And reasons for making brass, the reason for making brass is produces a softer metal. No, it produces a harder metal. So this eliminates option A, making option B the correct option for this question. Question 28. The diagram shows a stage in the purification of dirty water. So dirty water is passed through sand and then it is passed through fine gravel, then it is passed through coarse gravel. Okay, so basically it is being filtered here. So which process does this apparatus show? Chlorination? No. Chlorination is addition of chlorine. Condensation? No. That is conversion of steam to liquid water. Distillation? No. That is boiling of a mixture to separate an individual liquid. And filtration, yes, we are passing water through different sizes of filtering material. So option D is the correct option for this question. Question 29. Which substance is polluted in polluted air damages stonework and kills trees? That would be an acidic gas, which is sulfur dioxide. So carbon dioxide is slightly acidic but does not damage or does not kill trees because trees use it to photosynthesize. Carbon monoxide is not an acidic gas in nature, it is neutral. Lead compounds do not damage stonework, and sulfur dioxide damages stonework and kills trees because it is acidic in nature, so it burns the trees and it reacts with the calcium carbonate in stonework. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option D. Question 30. Ammonium nitrate is a fertilizer and is added to fields to help crops grow. Slacked lime is an alkali and is added to fields to reduce the acidity of soil. Okay, it is basic in nature. Ammonium nitrate and slacked lime should not be added to a field at the same time because they react with each other to form a gas Z. So if we have NH4, NO3, which is acidic in nature, reacting with CaOH twice, which is basic in nature, this would result in the formation of calcium nitrate. It would result in the formation of water and it would result in the liberation of ammonia gas. So salt water and ammonia. Okay, so we have options. What is that as ammonia? Yes. Hydrogen, no. Nitrogen, no. Oxygen, no. Since ammonia is the only gas produced in this reaction, option A is the correct option for this question.